Health is life. Your health matters. You matter. Health begins in the spirit and the mind. Take time to love you. Live well. Be well.
Yeah, let's go!
Health matters to me.
Come on, get up, cause you tuned into the station for your morning motivation to get your education for your health and your spiritual needs.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, strong will to empower the people, to promote the peace, though. Positive attitudes, behavior, that's a lifelong dream goal.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, health matters and we're here to help you become the better you, to be the best you, the best version you can be.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, and it's time for this classic, fantastic food for your soul. Here's Jackie and Coach Patrick right here. Let's go.
Health matters to me.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jackie.
And Coach Patrick.
Guys, welcome to Health Matter Podcast this morning, this beautiful Saturday cold morning that we have. 28 degrees, Coach, this morning.
It may not be looking a lot like Christmas, but it's feeling
a lot like Christmas. So yes, guys, as you can see, we got the studio decorated. 'Tis the season, guys. We all know we are in that time of that season, God.
Getting ready to celebrate Jesus' birthday.
Yes, the reason for the season. So, guys, y'all see we are up and, decorated and just want to come to you on this day. This is the last day of November, the 30th. Tomorrow we will be entering into December, the last month of the year. So that means we got what? Today and 31. So 32 days,
hours.
31 and a half days left in this year, guys.
Yep.
Where are you at and what are you thinking?
That's right. We're going into a season of shifting. So listen, we want you to join us every day right here, every Saturday at 9 a.m. so we can help you with that shift as you prepare to make some changes in your life. Jackie, you got the phone.
I'm sorry, I had the phone.
All right,
hey, it's live.
Join us every Saturday, guys. Listen, we're going to bring you relevant information as it pertains to your health and well-being. We will have health professionals come on and help us to do that, to show and assist you in helping you to be the best you that you can be as pertains to your health and well-being.
And guys, you already know what to do. Go ahead on YouTube and hit the subscribe button. Health Matters, Jackie and Coach, and like us on Facebook at Get Fit with Jackie Fitness.
All right, Jackie, this is the last day, so the November babies have celebrated their birthdays, or this is the last day?
Yes, they have celebrated anniversaries. Alethea and Devin celebrated their 35th. Congratulations to that milestone.
And you said Devin also celebrated a birthday,
and he celebrated a birthday. Michelle's celebrated a birthday. Dr. Benita celebrated a birthday. Patrick Jr. birthday and anniversary.
And Crystal.
And yes, so we had a lot of
family members.
birthday. We had our twin nieces' birthdays. Yeah. So we had a lot of birthdays, nephews.
Didn't Lynn celebrate her birthday?
Lynn just celebrated her 58
the big 5'8"
year birthday yesterday. So happy birthday.
Yes. We love her dearly. She has Down syndrome and she's living a long life. And we love her. So happy birthday and happy anniversary to everyone that's celebrated this month.
Yes. And I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving gathering with their families and friends and just enjoying family and just kind of reconnecting back, just thinking about life and, your family, appreciating the people around you and just being appreciative and grateful and thank you. Y'all, let me tell you,
food and football.
After 2 days, I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm just completely done. I really am. After the next day,
not I.
This one, I'm telling you, it's a hard thing to crack.
Well, see, I don't get to eat like that throughout the year,
but
so
still,
I don't make up for it. I still eat in portions and all of that.
I understand, but you still got to practice.
I do.
That's just after 2 days.
You saying I don't practice?
Yes, but just after 3 days. It's 2 days is enough.
I just enjoy myself at Thanksgiving.
I don't overdo it. Start taking the turkey and making.
Let me ask you a question: do I overdo it?
No, you
Okay.
never do. But I think
Okay.
after
End of that
maybe that'd be
conversation.
something you should press.
I don't overdo it. End of that conversation.
After that, I'm ready to take the
I'm
turkey and
gonna
make some
eat my turkey and
salad, and I'm
dressing. I'm
ready
gonna
to
eat my
make some
turkey.
turkeys
I'm gonna eat my collard
rice soup.
greens. I'm gonna eat my potato salad because I don't do it throughout the year, y'all. So I got to do it, for the next 2 to 3 days after Thanksgiving in moderation. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. All right,
Oh,
guys, listen. We're gonna acknowledge our sponsors, partners, and friend, Aiken Chiropractic, Dr. Dan. When your spine is aligned, your body is too. Aiken Chiropractic is located at 425 Lawrence Street Northwest in Aiken, South Carolina. Their number is 803-641-9191, and their website is www.aikenchiropractic.com. If you would like to be a
yes.
sponsor, partner, or friend of the show, you can call 706-592-8862. We'd love for you to help us do what we do on a weekly and daily basis.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was telling coach, I'm really grateful that God has given us a platform to be able to bring health and wellness information and wealth of knowledge um to um
The community,
to the community,
people. Yeah.
and that's what we do. We are here. We are here to bridge the gap from our healthcare professionals to serve our community with health and wellness information,
Hmm.
any and everything that pertains to health and wellness. And
Right.
uh, we're not doctors,
Now,
but we are that catalyst for the doctor. So we are professional health and
we're
wellness.
that
And
bridge. We're that
yes,
bridge.
absolutely,
Yeah.
because the doctors can't do it by itself. Just like
Into
it
the
take a
community.
village to raise kids, it
Right.
take a village of people with the knowledge and wisdom and gift to get to the people, because the doctors
Most
can't
definitely.
go out in the community and try to do all
Right.
this.
We
So
bridge that gap. We bridge
we
that
need the
gap.
people
Right.
to bridge that gap.
And
So
to make that impact on health equity,
right,
health equity,
right.
building that up.
Eh,
So okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And just make sure everybody get what their need,
Right.
what's
Well, we're gonna
accessible
put it
for
out
you.
there. They still have to, have that personal
Yeah,
accountability and
we're sowing the seed. We're
right.
sowing and watering the seed.
Put the
So, but
information out
you
there.
have to put the effort in.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
put the practice
Not
in.
automatic.
But as long as we reach one, we done our
I'm
job.
happy.
But the mission does
Woo.
not change.
Nah,
It does not change, and we're going to continue to be obedient and steadfast, and continue to occupy till Jesus come. We're
most
going to
definitely.
continue to do what He has called us to do.
That's
So,
most
because
definitely.
we got to give an account to Him for what we have done in the body, whether good or bad.
Whether
So,
good or bad. That's right.
I want to be able to hear Him and say, "Well done," and doing what I was supposed to do. Until then, I plan on doing it and coaching for a long time.
That's right. So we're talking about dementia this morning, Jackie. November is Dementia Awareness Month. So we're going to bring some awareness to it now. Like I say, anytime, don't try to self-diagnose yourself. Make sure you see your healthcare provider, your doctor, if you feel that you may have these symptoms that we may go over today. Feeling any kind of way that you or a loved one may be suffering from this dementia. If you haven't been diagnosed, make sure you go to your doctor. Okay. We're just bringing awareness, and that's what we do. We bring awareness. Dementia is a description of the state of a person's mental function, and is not a specific disease. So dementia is a general term for a decline in mental abilities that affects a person's ability to perform their daily activities. It's a chronic disease, a chronic condition, not a disease, but a chronic condition that's caused by a number of other diseases that damage the brain and destroy the nerve cells.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you don't, like Coach said, don't try to go and diagnose yourself and it's with dementia, so because some things is normal. We you kind of forget things here and there, but if it's something that is being consistent, consistent over time, you may want to consult your healthcare provider. And there's about 5 to 8% of people over the age of
Wow.
65 that have some form of dementia.
Now just ponder that for a minute.
Yeah.
It ain't saying 5 to 8% of some people. It says 5 to 8% of people over the age of 65
Right.
have some form of dementia. So, if you're over the age of 65, there's some type of decline in your mental acuities and your mental abilities, even though they may not be as detrimental as we see some people, that have real challenges with it. But just because of aging,
Right.
sometimes it's happened. But I don't want to put dementia on aging because everybody don't get
No.
a deep state of dementia because of aging, and we'll talk about that a little bit, no, little bit more. But Jackie, that number doubles every 5 years after the age of 65. So, that number of people that have some form of dementia, 5 to 8% over 65, it doubles every 5 years
Yeah.
after that age, after the age of
So you
65.
saying that it's estimated that about 50% of people age 85 and older
Have dementia.
have dementia.
Hmm.
But I thank God, we've
That's what the
seen
statistics say.
that's what statistics say. But I have seen people, we got people in our church, we have people in our family, your own mother, they thrived in
Mhm.
life. And
Yeah,
and I run into people that age and they're
right.
still
In their right
in
mind.
their right mind. They
Mhm.
remember my auntie that lived to 102.
Yeah,
She's telling me
right
stuff
mind. That
that
you didn't even
happened that
remember.
I didn't even remember. So,
Yeah,
we're not going to receive that, but it happens. These are some statistics. These are some facts
right.
that
I
they
mean,
put out.
right. And my mom lived to 92, and she was in her right mind. She suffered a stroke
Absolutely.
and didn't recover fully from that. But
Right.
but she was always in her right mind. Moving around, getting around. So
Right.
awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yeah. So
Dementia can have a significant impact on people living with dementia, as well as their families. If you're living with somebody with dementia or caring for someone with dementia, the challenges and the responsibility that goes with that. I mean, caregivers, and just society as a whole. So people living with dementia can impact all those different areas. There's often a lack of awareness and understanding of dementia, and this is what leads to the stigmas and barriers to people getting diagnoses and getting care because you tend to want to label people or you don't understand what people are going through as they age, and
right.
it tends to frustrate you and you ask why they do this or why they're acting like this. So that's why it's just so important to know some of the symptoms of
Yeah,
dementia.
and
Yeah.
one of them is difficult remembering things.
Hmm.
Like I said, we can forget here and there, but if it becomes consistent
Pattern. Hmm.
and a pattern, and over time, you may want to get your loved one checks. I have a couple of people that I know that are dealing with that with their mother right now. So with dementia, and so it has gotten to the point where it's at its last stage.
Hmm.
um, and it's like Coach said, the behaviors, it's nothing that they want to do. It's just that they're in that
Right.
state right now, and of that late stage,
Right.
and all these behaviors start happening, and it can be very stressful on a
That's right.
caregiver that has
That's
to
right.
take care of a family member with dementia.
Right, and especially
Yeah.
if you don't understand the ins and outs of
Right.
it, and you just think this person is acting out behavior wise, but it could be something deeper than that.
Right.
Some of the other symptoms, Jackie already said, difficult remembering things, but trouble thinking or making decisions is a symptom. Problems with language or finding words, difficulty with vision or spatial abilities, confusion, disorientation, personality changes. And that's a big one right there, Jackie, with the personality changes. Because, like
Yeah.
I say, a caregiver, a person, a family member that don't understand, the symptoms of the dementia, when you start having these personality changes, they may just think you acting up or, got an
Acting
attitude
out.
about things and that could make them frustrated and things of that nature. So that's why again it's so important if you're living with an elderly person that you understand these symptoms
Yeah.
so that you don't add to the problem because they're having personality changes.
Yeah. And also with like Coach said, the difficult with vision and partial ability. And that's why, and as these symptoms, it gets worse as they get older, or the symptoms get worse as the situation as they get older.
Hmm.
So you start seeing more of these things like confusion and disorientation, that you like you said, personality change.
Hmm.
Yeah.
depression, anxiety,
anxiety,
or other symptoms.
hallucination, or seeing things that aren't really there.
Now, that could be another
So,
big one, that causes some issues in the family. People
right,
seeing things and, that are not there. And, if you're not understanding, what they're being challenged with or what they're going through, then it can frustrate you. It can make you
yeah.
angry because you think this person is just acting to be acting.
And you want to take care of your mom, your dad, your care. And God said we should do that, because sometimes it can become very stressful, and you may have to get assistance
Most definitely.
from
Most definitely.
someone, because that can mentally drain you.
Hmm.
Because they're not themselves anymore. They're not who they used to be. So you're trying to care for your loved one when you just don't have the mental or professional
To
capability
do so.
of doing
Right.
so.
Right.
So
And that
you,
takes a special grace.
yes,
It takes a special grace to be able to care for
right,
someone that have those challenges, and some of us are blessed to be able to care for, our family members or our loved ones
right,
and be able to help them as best as we can. But when we know that we can't do that, then there are places out there that can help. And we'll talk about that before we close the show on this morning. Dementia is more common as people get older, as I said, but it's not a normal part of aging because, like Jackie mentioned, her auntie was 102, 105, 100. I
on
won't
your
take no
two,
years.
on your
102,
two.
102 years old. My mom was 92. We know many people, parents out there that are over the age of 90 and they in their right mind. So it's although it's common in people getting older, it's not a part of aging. So as Jackie said at the beginning of the show, you don't have to receive that. That I'm going to get dementia as I age. No, that's not normal, but it happens, and that's what we want to address. There's no known cure, but medications and therapies can help manage the symptoms. Some causes of dementia, like those caused by abnormal chemical processes in the body, may be reversible if found early. Again, if found early. And that's why
Yeah.
it's so important when you see things going on in your family members, take them to the doctor, take them to the healthcare provider so that these things can be diagnosed.
Yes, and a lot of people say, "Well, where does it come from? What did dementia come from?" It can develop when the part of your brain involves with learning, memory, decision making, or language are affected by infections and diseases.
Hmm.
Mm. And the most common cause of dementia is Alzheimer's disease.
Hmm.
The only other known cause of dementia includes, it can be different things like vascular dementia.
Hmm.
What is that? It's a result from conditions that damage blood vessels and block blood flow to
To
your
your brain.
brain.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, I
So,
tell you.
so yeah, and that's a good point you make, Jack, because we can see that dementia just doesn't happen. It
Mm-mm.
develops because of some uh, uh, um, cause of a disease, like you said, Alzheimer's disease, vascular dementia, Lewy bodies dementia, which is a common type of dementia that happens when clumps of protein called Lewy bodies build up in your brain. So
Mm,
something causes that, something kicks that off to cause that dementia in your body.
mm.
Dementia just don't happen. It's like I said, it's not a disease within itself, but it develops from different type of learning disorder, memory and
Wow.
decision and diseases
But
like that.
let's go back, coach. It said infections. So if we develop some infections and other things in our bodies, this can result in
And
dementia,
dementia, right?
and also your frontotemporal dementia.
Hmm.
This is a progressive brain disease um, that
So
you can
yeah, that's
that
so
you
that's something that just progresses.
that
It happens
progressive
and it get worse and it get
worse
worse.
and
Right.
worse and worse. And then you got mixed dementia, a combination of two or more types of dementia. And you can't diagnose that. That's something that the doctor would um, have to diagnose, with your loved ones,
Hmm.
you know, and even for yourself, taking care of yourself. And we'll talk just briefly on that once we get through all the meaning of dementias and the symptoms and what can we do, because you can't prevent it, but you can
Reduce
reduce
the
the
risk.
risks.
Yeah.
So but we
That's
believe in
important to know.
God for everything, because
Right.
God created this body.
Most definitely.
Yeah, so we can trust God and believe in
God is
God.
part of the prevention process in everything.
Yes, in everything.
Yeah. If you
So,
don't want
but
it,
we
it's not
just bring
involved.
in facts, information, the practical information
Hmm.
that's out there.
So
we have the reliable sources information that's out there. Okay, Coach, we
right,
have a few more out
yeah,
there.
Parkinson disease. You can get dementia due to Parkinson's disease. Dementia-like conditions due to reversible causes such as medication side effects. Wow, or
Mm,
thyroid problems.
mm,
So these are some other things that could initiate or kick off that dementia. Thyroid, Jackie. That's a big one. A lot of people suffer with that thyroid issues and in the medication side effects. A lot of people are on different medications. So be aware of that the
mm.
side effects from medication could kick off dementia-like conditions due to these medical side effects and thyroid problems, things of that nature.
Yeah, let's talk about the care, the dementia care. It includes. It has, many options. You have in-home care. We talked about that. Some want people some loved ones want to take care of they
Right,
want to have them in a home,
right,
in a familiar, a safe space,
right.
in the home,
And
and that.
then too, let's stay there for a minute because a lot of older people want to stay in their homes.
Hmm.
Like my mother, when her health started declining, although it wasn't dementia, she wanted to be in her home, and
She did.
praise God, that's where she passed that in her home, in her bed, and family was around her,
Yes,
so she went out her way. And
yes,
and so a lot of old people, you have to, to know, your loved one and who you're dealing with.
yes, and she did very well.
Yeah,
She
she did
did
good.
so well. Patrick
Yeah.
mother did very well. My mom actually, Patrick had sisters that was retired. They didn't
Mhm.
work, and so whereas my sisters and them still they're nurses, and they had to still work, so they had to use other options
Mhm.
with my
Care
mother.
facility,
Yeah,
right.
care
But they
facility.
were
Yeah,
there every
but they
day.
was there every
It
day,
was making sure
and you
they
have
do what
to
they did.
make sure you use care. And that when we go into the adult daycare centers,
Mhm.
assisted living facility and nursing home, so you have to make the best choice
For your loved one.
for your loved ones. And sometimes the parents make that request, like Patrick mother, she made that request knowing where she wanted to be, because she was actually living in Savannah at the time. But
Mhm.
during the time when it's her health began to start move forward, she asked to go back to Mobile in her home that
Mhm.
she her and her
And
Patrick
shout
father
out to my
bought.
sister and her husband. They made a great sacrifice,
Oh, absolutely, they
to
did.
yeah,
They
to
made a great,
right.
the oldest sibling,
My
Brenda,
sister
she
Brenda,
made
yeah, she
a
made a great sacrifice.
huge
Right.
sacrifice.
Now she had help from other people at home in
Right,
Mobile,
yeah,
but she made I feel she made the greater
greatest
sacrifice
sacrifice,
by, shifting her family to
changing her
Mobile,
whole
Alabama.
lifestyle. But at that time, her children was adults and grown, and
Mhm.
very well taken care of. So she had that, she had the means
Right. But
to
we
do
say
that.
all of this to say that when our family members, our loved ones are going through, it may require some sacrificial um, decisions and choices that you have to make.
Right,
And thank God that you have someone in the family that are willing to make those hard choices to do the things that are necessary to make your loved one as comfortable as possible. As they go through whatever challenge that they may be going through. Now,
yes,
the type of care, as we said earlier, it just depends on the individual's needs and the level of care that is required.
right,
If the level of care doesn't require them to be moved from the home and go into 24-hour care with a doctor with monitors and things, or nurses with monitors, then it'll be easier for them to do in-home care with the family member, or maybe have a nurse come in 2 or 3 times a week or something like that. It just depends, and like I said, it just depends on the needs, and you have to make that decision on what that looks like,
right,
what that looks like.
yeah. And also we have to think about, when to make the appointment with the
When to make
healthcare.
the appointment, yeah.
When is it time to call your healthcare professionals?
When you see
You or
them
your friends
changes,
or your
yeah.
family sees these changes when their memory, their memory, they'll, they just can't remember,
Mhm.
they'll totally lose it, and it's consistent,
Right.
it's a pattern.
Can't
Uh,
remember you, family members,
Members, no
friends,
one,
yeah.
yes. Your mental function,
Mhm.
functioning mentally, just unable to do
Right.
anything.
Daily things that you used to do
Just
basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
The ability to perform everyday tasks,
Mhm.
just going to the grocery store, just cooking and restroom, all these things. These just, this is the time to call the doc. And let me say this. This is why it's very important that you get your physicals
Yeah.
with your doctors. And I always tell our clients, please always have, and working in a healthcare facility in a hospital, have those three main questions. Then three, because so many patients come in and they want to ask the doctor stuff and they forget.
Mm.
And not because they just forget. They get back there and they get to talking and they forget to ask doctors things. And I tell them, and I always used to tell the patient, write down the three important questions to ask your healthcare provider.
Because you only got that 30
Because
minutes
you only
with that
not no 30 minutes
if
no
30
more.
minutes. Yeah.
So back then you did, but ask those three questions, because what they do, they'll get out of there and they want to come back there and the doctor's already with another patient, or they get home and they want to call and talk to someone.
Mhm.
So
And those three questions can differ for everybody. That's why
right,
Jack is not
right.
having specific questions
Yes,
that you need to ask. So you just need to have that conversation
right. Have
with your
that
doctor. Start that
conversation.
dialogue.
And that's that partnership. That's
Yeah.
that relationship. You got to have a relationship. I'm not saying a personal relationship, but a healthcare provider and a patient
Patient doctor.
relationship where they know where you're coming from and you know where you're coming from. That means, hey, what is this medication? What is the side effects? What is this? You got to ask those
Gotta ask the
questions.
questions.
Be proactive. And if you're older, you're more elderly, take one of your daughters or son, someone with you
Mhm.
to that appointment so they can hear these things, and ask these questions, because you got to be proactive in your health.
Right.
And today, you really had to be proactive with your health.
Most definitely.
It's seriously, you have to really, really be proactive in your health anytime, but today, especially with the shifting and the changes in the healthcare, health equity, and just treatment from different groups of people. You got to be very, very mindful. You got to do your own research. You can't diagnose yourself. But you can do some research out there.
Yeah.
Don't diagnose yourself, but
Right.
just do your
Yeah,
research and
get in the know. Get
it's
in the
out
know.
there. It's,
Yeah.
I promise you guys, and that's what, and I thank God that's why we're here, so we can bring relevant information. We research this information, so we're not just throwing anything out here. We're putting out facts that you
Right.
can go and fact check us as well.
And consider the source, Jackie, when
Right.
you're doing that research because you can get some bad information.
Right.
So consider the source and then check the source. Check at least two or three when you're doing some type of research that are known and been doing what they've been doing and have been successful at doing it when it comes to
Right.
medical things of that nature.
And let me say this also, Coach, with a lot of social media influence, please be careful out there. Influencers, I'm not knocking what they do. Kudos. But a lot of it, if they gonna advertise for others, they get paid to advertise products, to say certain things. Be careful when you're being led by influencers.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying no one specific, but you got to be careful with the information
most
that's
definitely.
being put out there. Now you got AI,
Yeah,
artificial intelligence. You can do anything and put anything out there. So guys, just be very careful where you're getting your information from. And
mhm,
first and foremost, ask God to give you wisdom.
most definitely.
Give you the knowledge and the wisdom
Mhm.
and how to direct you and guide you. He will do that. That's
You'll do it
that's
every
that's
time.
what he's there for. That's what the Holy Spirit's there for, to guide us, to lead us, and show us those things. So
Yeah.
call on your help, and God will bring that help that you need. I promise you, He will.
Yes, it will. A couple other things we want to mention about when you see types of changes and it's time to really make an appointment before we close out the show on this morning is your behavior. We mentioned it early, and your personality. A lot of times, those would be the a couple of the first two things that you see a change in behavior, a change in personality, because the person is going through some memory and mental functioning and not able to do the everyday tasks. So it will impact their behavior and their personality. So be watchful for those things. And when you see those things, make an appointment. Don't delay it. Remember, we said the early protection in anything is the best. Early detection is the best protection, and that's in anything when it pertains to your health and your well-being.
Yeah. And coach, let me add on to this. And like I said, we can't prevent. We trust God with our help, but we still do the practical things that we need to do. God give us doctors as well.
Hmm.
We have faith, but we don't act foolishness and don't go to the doctor because we, like you said, we can't diagnose and prognose ourselves. So we have to go to doctors and see what we're working with so we can take it to God in prayer. That doesn't mean we're not proactive and we don't do the things that the doctor tell us to do. But like you said, you can't prevent, but you can reduce. And I'm
Reduce
gonna
the
just give
risk.
you
Yeah.
just the risk of dimension. And so a healthy diet, you know, just eating a healthy, balanced diet, the best that you can, doing the best that you can. Just lean, good quality proteins and
Mhm.
whole grains or those things. If you don't have any gluten or allergy free, that's something you have to look at. Being physically active, guys, get up and move, find things that you like to do. This help prevent obesity, heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, because high blood pressure can be a cause of dementia as well. So you want to monitor that as well. So those things, mental activity, stay mentally active, stay
Mhm.
connected with people. That's why you see a lot of older people. I did silver sneakers. It was like a community. They did things. And so people used to ask me, I had a very successful silver sneaker program at the Y. And they said, well, how was it? I said, because I didn't treat it like just an exercise class. I treated it like it was a community,
Yeah, social. You did a lot of
and it was
social
a
things.
lot of social things like sock hops, and we went out to Valentine brunch, and I bought physical therapies there. They did different exercise, occupational therapists. I bought financial people in there when they get older, how to do. So I made it a community. So, and I got them involved in it. So that's what made uh that separated and made my silver sneakers different. We exercise now, but we all add all the other elements of everything that they needed, and also healthy weight.
Let me
Talking
hit
about
that mental acuity
go
real
ahead,
quick
coach. Go ahead,
because,
coach.
like you said, continue to read books. Read books. Read books. Just don't listen to it, but read books. That help your mental stability and
Right.
capacity. Look at pictures of your family.
Crossword
Old
puzzles.
old pictures, crossword puzzles, and even puzzles. Put those things together. Do those things, and that helps with your mental ability. So you got to work that muscle. You got to work that muscle, just like we
Yes,
have to work that heart muscle through cardio. We have to work that brain muscle through using it, through
absolutely.
reading and putting things together and
Yeah.
challenging things. So we have to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And also healthy weight. Try to maintain a healthy weight as much as possible. What is that healthy weight that's for you, that's going to help maintain your health, that's going to help you continue to have to move better, to feel better. So that weight and that's different from everybody. I know we have a stat out there saying this is what we should be, but you have to find that weight that works for you, that is good for your body, and it's healthy for your body. Your blood pressure, like I say, high blood pressure, which can harm the heart and also the blood vessels in the brain. So you want to monitor that blood pressure daily. If you have to get a blood pressure monitor to monitor that on a daily basis, so you have to monitor your sodium intake and a lot of things, stress in your life, managing stress. Your blood sugar levels. You got to make sure your blood sugar levels are normal. Some of these things you can do, but most of this is done through your going to your yearly physicals with your doctor, getting enough quality sleep. I can't stress it's enough to get your sleep. Get quality sleep. Quality sleep. Don't go to bed. So you can go to sleep and don't get quality sleep. But yes, head injuries can also make sure you're wearing protective gear when you're riding your bike, you're boxing, all those different things. You have to um, make sure you're protecting that. Playing sports, any type of sports, alcohol. limit or no drinking alcohol, smoking, stop. It's just no leeway for smoking.
Can't manage that. Just
You
stop doing
can't
it.
just air pollution, exposes that increase.
Environmental wellness.
Yes. And also with your brain, like coach said, brain, mental. That's why you see a lot of older people doing crossword puzzle. Now you got the coloring book, that you can do the coloring book. So staying active, or that's why you see most seniors get involved in different things. What they do, bingo night, all these different things help reduce the risk of dementia and keeping that brain going, keeping those things functioning, moving, all those different things, it plays a role. So you see all the areas that we have to work on. It's just not one thing, it's all things
Mental health.
pertaining to your health. Yes.
All right, guys. So listen, we're about out of time here. Thank you so much for joining us and listening on this morning. We want you to like our Facebook page at Get Fit with Jackie Fitness. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Help Matters Jackie and Coach.
Yes, God. And we always like to thank you for being here. But remember, guys, we're here. We are here to help you to become a better you, to be the best you that you can be. You can be like not like nobody else. Don't comparing yourself to anyone, but being your best, the best version of you.
That's right.
So we always like to leave you with 3rd John 2. We wish above that you may prosper and be in all things, prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper, guys. Guys, we want you guys to have a healthy and blessed day in starting your season of celebration of Christ and Christmas, guys. Look for ways to show act of kindness to others. Always sow and show an act of kindness, and always find something to be grateful and thankful for every single day. It's cold outside, guys.
Cold outside.
Wrap up, layer up. If you don't have to be out, stay inside, watch some Christmas movie, get you some hot chocolate, hot tea, and just enjoy being inside and just reflecting and on this last 30 something days left in this year. Here, guys, Coach Patrick, I love you here at F Matters, guys. Love you. We'll see you later.
Your health matters. You matter. Health begins in the spirit and the mind. Take time to love you. Live well. Be well.
Yeah, let's go.
Health matters to me.
Come on, get up. Cause you tune into the station for your morning motivation to get your education for your health and your spiritual need.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, strong will to empower the people, to promote the peace, no positive attitudes, behavior that's a lifelong dream goal.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, health matters and we're here to help you become the better you, to be the best you, the best version you can be.
Health matters to me.
Yeah, and it's time for this classic, fantastic food for your soul. Here's Jackie and Coach Patrick right here. Let's go.
Health matters to me.